Sometimes when I'm just, sitting here with me in the spirit there, and all my ancestors, they also here because, see, I got an activated DNA, so that's why I have a strong ancestral connection, okay? That's why I can allow my ancestors to come up and resurrect with me because the ones who know best, you see, I let them take the driver's seat so that I don't have to goof, you see. Like, my job is to be the best version of me. And so in my DNA, it's a lot there, you see. And at the end of the day, I allow my DNA to go to work in me. I mean, it's very hard making your way through life alone, you see. And at the end of the day, you can't really rely on the people outside, B, because when you got this kind of power, see, that breeds a type of jealousy. And so you gotta make sure that you protect yourself from felonies and you stay away from people that could cause you that STDs, those sexually transmitted demons, my friend. You gotta let them be where they at. You gotta release yourself from them, because at the end of the day, what they're doing, okay, is they're trying to destiny swap with you. The least amongst them, you see, is trying to be the greatest thing, but the least amongst them has already been reigning, B. And so we are now on that loop called infinity, and it is turning around and power is restored back to me. At the end of the day, this is the real reality, but what you're witnessing is a beast trying to be a thief, trying to take the God body destiny, trying to make their evil debauchery the right thing, and then act as if those who are doing what they are supposed to do will become the criminals and the villains, boo. And whose story are you writing for who? Because it's not for the Most High God, you see. It might be for those government's ordinances, those document things, that God you trust, you see. The one that's all over here in these temporary halls and these temporary buildings, my friend. But at the end of the day, I serve the Most High, true and living God, of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? I need you to understand, no, I got power in the belly of the beast. I am not afraid of you, because I am going to ask my God to unleash the justice that is required for me, because at the end of the day, when you're vilifying me, when I'm in compliance, you see, now, if I was fucking you over and I was being an asshole, and that's a way that I do know how to be. But at the end of the day, I try to extend respect to others because I want others to respect me. But when you get to the place where you believe that you can just come at people any way you please because you think you have a perceived authority, but I promise you don't have more authority than me. Even the Constitution makes that very clear, you see, because it was written for we the people, not the government, B. You have this backwards, you see. You think you are in power, but truly the power belongs to those like me, the everyday people, you see, the ones God said he was coming back to see. The ones who was going to be able to hear me when I speak and not judge what's coming out of the mouth of me, because they realize that they cannot truly cast stones, because then they would be stoned themselves, you see, because everyone knows that we're not perfect beings. We weren't designed that way. And so at the end of the day, we got to come into this reality. If you was after the fall, well, then you falling, y'all. At the end of the day, it is baked in the cake. And so you got to give yourself a fucking break. The day that you wake up and realize that they are using your pain against you. They are trapping you in your pains and your fears. Reptilian mindset. But you don't have to stay there. There are higher places in your mind to go. It is just a choice to make. I'm here to let you know. When I speak out my mouth, it's going to be the truth, bro. I'm trying to show you how to advance, come on and activate, though. But see, you looking at me like it's all side-eye, and see, it's like, well, why would anybody give this information away for free? Well, because maybe not anybody, but I know that I am want to live in peace. And so you become a peacemaker because it's the price you pay for entry into the God body family, you see. And so peace I'm going to make all along the way. It doesn't matter what you're doing. See, I'm going to get judged on the merits of me, okay, not what you say. This is the part where you look stupid, because it's like, I never considered that. No, you've never considered me. At the end of the day, you've been looking outside of you when the only job that you've been given to do is keep your eyes fixed on me exclusively. Lean out into your own understanding. Don't try to understand why I'm telling you to lean on me, because the day that you lean on me properly, your heart seat will open. I mean, that is your fourth chakra, B. I mean, the green one, that heart seat you see. And at the end of the day, if you can open this thing up to me, I can tell you all of the things about you don't know. And you would be in my court and call your majesty, because you would recognize your joint heirship, you see. You would realize that, well, one brother sitting at the right hand and I'm restored. So I'm his left-hand man. And I am here to do the job the best way I know. And I do a good job. And I can do even more if you would allow me to, but you so busy trying to stop me. But why? Because I'm trying to make life good for somebody that's not just you. I mean, that, hey, there is a way that we all live good, okay? And it doesn't matter your financial status, because your love current can surely take you all the way at the end of the day, because that's a system that could truly exist, you see. I mean, love current. I ain't talking about no digital thing. I'm talking about the exchange between you and I, the existence of that I am, me. At the end of the day, it's waking up to those realities, and then you will understand the powers that be. You got people out here trying to beat me to the punch, you see, creating more and more temporal things. I even asked publicly, like, do you think that's a really smart thing? Like, if we're trying to get away from a thing to run back into the thing, I mean, that don't make a lot of sense, you see. And the only one that would breed confusion is the author of that shit, my friend, and we all know who that is, and we all know what happens, boo, to those who do those things that enemy decides to do. But what that got to do with me? I mean, that problem belongs to you. At the end of the day, you're gonna learn, okay, that we are individual selves. We stand on our own merits, you see. This is why we've made it to the age of Aquarius, so that everybody had the time to see that, no, there is no such thing as a scapegoat. Who you think was on that tree? If you thought it was who you thought it was, well, you was wrong, B. At the end of the day, no. That Judas went to that goddamn tree. The hell it looked like the order of Melchizedek, somebody doing such a thing. No, God walk you off this earth the way he do those who do what the fuck he say do. Right now, I'm trying to impress upon you that this is your moment of change. I am the agent of change. I'm here to do what I'm here to do. But you need to know that it's the people who are calling themselves leaders over you, vilifying the innocent and allowing the guilty to go straight through. These are the decisions that they are making at the expense of me and you. Because at the end of the day, they're trying to repel you from me, but I actually am coming with solutions, and they're just creating more problems, you see. If you look with your honest eyes, got out of that group think, and, started to think for yourself, you see. Stop being a blind sheep, doing what somebody told you to do, and just reason soundly. I mean, it's one of the powers God gave you. I mean, he gave it to you for free. You can operate in that authority. You can look with your real eyes and see that, listen, B, they've made you put on the skies. They are not allowing you to be free, to be me. They want you to be a version of what they say you should be. But that is not what God commands of us, you see. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? What difference do it make? The words that I'm saying is still the same words I'm gonna say. It don't matter how the hell the scarf is on there as long as it's covered, okay? At the end of the day, it is time for us to make meaningful and impactful change. We can't keep on sitting on the sidelines acting like that's a can to kick down the road over and over again, because if we don't put an end to this, this is going to fall on our grandchildren, my friend. And I don't know what kind of world you want for your grandchildren, my man, but at the end of the day, for my grandchildren, I want them to live in a very grand land. I want them to live in gardens again. I want them to be able to live at peace. I want them to be able to eat real meat. I want them to still have things to aspire to, because AI didn't take everything away from you. I want them to live life, you see. I don't want them to be practicing how to die before they even got an opportunity to live, you see. I dream a beautiful world for my grandchildren, you see. But my grandchildren can't get that world if I allow this one to be. Wake up from the delusion. Wake up from the illusion. Yes, I'm talking to you. You hear me and you know that I'm talking to you. Don't keep on trying to ignore me like you think I'm boo-boo the motherfucking fool, because at the end of the day, you know the joke gonna be on you. Let's tell the truth. Let's tell the mother father's truth. It's time to wake up today. I mean, I'm sick and tired of having the same old conversation day after day, and none of y'all mother fathers ain't really responding, okay? You better show some type of initiative that you're moving in the right way, because this could all be taken away. I mean, he said that twinkling in an eye thing. You better understand what those words really mean. You need to understand what those words really mean. Right now, I'm coming against any spells, curses, hexes. I am calling you back into alignment, my friend. Perfectly aligned with that I am. The greater on the inside of you, nothing from the outside could ever do. There is nothing outside of you that has power, boo. I am trying to convince you to power you. You function. You have an unction. And if you turn your ass the fuck on, there's problems that we perceive to have would already be gone. But there are a chosen few who have the power to do what is required, boo. And at the end of the day, that's the only motherfuckers that I'm talking to. If I gotta make it real clear to you, I don't give a fuck about what anybody has to do, what anybody has to say. I'm here on assignment from the Most High God, and that's the only job I'm doing, okay? I'm calling on the chosen few. It's time for you to come the fuck on, because we got work to do. Come on, and come the fuck on.